Okay, I'm very excited to present our next speaker, Yury Vetrov. Yury comes from a UX consulting background and currently leads a UX design team of 12 designers at Mail.ru Group, one of the two biggest Russian internet companies with many products that also have mobile tablet versions and apps for popular platforms. Yury is also a prolific blogger covering topics like UX management in Russian. Just so you know, he just mentioned to me that this is his second English presentation, so I'm very excited for him for being so brave to share with us his firsthand experiences at Mail.ru, including levels of UX maturity companies with large product portfolios like his and what they're going through. So put your hands together for Yury.
Hello. I've been on the after party yesterday, and I left at midnight, so I've tried to get some sleep. I needed this sleep mask to have it good. So my talk today will be about UX strategy, how we apply it to our company. It seems that it's a buzzword, so you can cross it on your bullshit bingo list. So I hope I don't give you any chance with other words. So. I want to start from the perfect world where companies take systematic approach to UX design from their very first days. But in reality, it happens sporadically because there are a lot of reasons to it. Sometimes we have no money at the start, so we can't put it on design, or we have to grow our user base as fast as possible, or our product idea is unstable, so we have to pivot often and change it just to survive. And if you look at some examples, like Windows in 1985, it sold just 5,000 copies, and it looked like this. And now, after 30 years, they have more than 90% market share. They've developed their own visual language called Metro, and it's influenced all the mobile industry to go into flat design, and even Apple was last on this train with iOS 7. And the same story is with Android. That's the version of 2009. They had only 2% market share, and a lot of industry experts were laughing at them. And now they have the same story. They have more than 80% market share. They also developed their own visual language based on cards and many other things, and they are trying to expand this visual language to other platforms like Google Glass, like web, and so on. Where there are a different story with WhatsApp. This is a screenshot from the App Store from the 1st of December last year. That was, I'm sorry, I have to be quick because I have to pack it into 30 minutes, or if you can give me 10 more minutes, I'll try to get slower. Yeah, okay. Thank you. So that's WhatsApp, how it looked half a year ago. It was half a year after iOS 7 was released, and if you look at Behance, every week there are concept of how to redesign WhatsApp. But they didn't care about it, they only care about growing their user base. So only recently they have changed the look to more modern. And why does it happen? It happens because in the company early days, product growth rate and the market penetration rate are much more critical and important than the quality of technical solutions and the quality of design. And you should prove it first. It is especially important for lean startups when they're minimal viable product concepts, because you should need to prove first that you are solving the right problem on the right market for the right audience, and only after this you can try to polish your design. And that's pretty the same story we've had in Mail.ru several years ago. Our company was founded in 1998 as an email provider. Now it's a leading email provider in Russia, and we since then we launch a lot of products. We have now about 40 products, a lot of mobile versions, tablet versions, mobile websites, promo websites, and so on. So if you sum it up, you'll get about 200 projects. And our business unit works on half of them. And we have more than 100 million total audience, monthly audience, and this scale sets a lot of limitations for us on how we can change the design of the company. And this experience helped me to build some kind of model of how you can change your company that didn't put a lot of effort into design for a long time. So I've developed some kind of UX maturity model for our company, and It consists of 3 levels. The first is operational, when we are just working to solve design tasks, just to ship some deliverables. Second one is tactical, when designer is an integral part of a product team and we are tightly integrated in the whole product development cycle and trying to be more effective in delivering the actual product. And the final level is strategic, when we have an influence on how the product is made, what do we make, what business decisions the company makes. And I put it onto a diagram. It has been stretched a bit. That shows how you come from chaos to strategic influence. And I have a simpler version of this diagram. It shows 2 directions you can go. One is pixel moving and another is problem solving. So it's up to you to choose your way. Before talking about UX maturity, we should think about company maturity, because that's the environment you will work in. And it really fits what you can do, what you cannot do within this company. And it will really, sometimes it limits you, sometimes it empowers you. So you should understand it deeply, how the company works, what you can do here. And there are several models describing what the company is, and one of my favorites is the model that is showing you the company in 3 parts. That's resources, process, and priorities. So they describe like a part of a company who you'll be working for, and you should assess their current state before doing any activities on your strategy. And let's start with the first. That's the simplest one, resources. That's basic requirements for you to execute any strategy, to have any attention to design. And the third 3 are pretty basic. That's money, that's people, that's sufficient time you have before the release of a product, when you can put any effort into improving its design. And the fourth one, it's often underrated or even discounted. That's credibility, and that's really important, because you always have a resistance of the environment, people who don't want to make your decisions into life, people who want to change your designs, people who just don't like you. So the higher credibility you have, the higher level of influence you'll have, and the faster you'll ship your designs into life. So you should assess your current state before going next. Second part, processes. That's because any systematic approach to UX design means building a design process and integrating it into the whole product development cycle, because we are the part of the whole product development cycle, and we need to be effective on every stage if you want our design not just to be made and approved on a mockups level, but delivered also. So there are 5 basic steps in this process. That's new product and feature initiation, where somebody makes decisions to launch a new product or redesign a product or make a new feature for a product, and we should know how do decisions become tasks, and when are they assigned to designers. And we should also know how do market, competitive, and user research occurs in this company. Next, it's development process. We should know what is development model is in the company. Is it lean, agile, or waterfall? And what deliverables do designers should provide for developers? And how to support the implementation process. And then we have quality assurance. We should know what does company mean by it. Is it just basic tests that product doesn't crash, or it's good quality of usability or visual design, or it complies to our guidelines and design mockups, or it solves business problems, and so on. And really important thing is, can you block the release of the product if you feel that the quality is bad? So do you have this influence? And next we have marketing. You should understand who are we targeting with it, and our marketing promises to the actual product, and is the design of marketing collateral is good enough compared to the visual design of a product, and do they have right voice and tone? And the final one is support. How and when the company supports its users, and do they satisfied with this support? And it's really good to be on every stage of this process. It's critical to be on development and quality assurance phases. It's really important to be on the first phase if you want to have any influence on how product and business decisions are made. And it's also good to be in support and marketing. And besides this, you should also understand basic principles of how company works. I mean by this, it's powers and responsibilities for every member of a product team. That's an approval workflow for from requirements and deliverables to product decisions and entire phase of a project. And that's KPIs and metrics for employees, departments, products, and their features. And that's an organizational structure, whether it's matrix, functional, divisional, or a combination of it. And how are people distributed across roles, business units, products, and departments. And as I said before, you cannot just make changes to design process, because we are a part of a large process of delivering a product. So you have to influence other process, because there's a reason why those great experience are not shipped into real products. So you have to go to other people, to managers, to developers, to testers, and fight their process, because they are inefficient and leading to bad products delivered. And the third part is our priorities. You know that any company has always many paths by which it can grow for its and its products, and business priorities determine which path to follow and when. And it's a hard choice, because there are a lot of things happening around the company that influence how it works with its products. That's competitors, that's market segment it wants to focus on or enter, or its current positions of competitors, its technology trends, and the current state of the company's products. And you should understand the current context the company is in, because this context really influences what the company is heading to for, and what problems is it trying to solve right now, and what problems will be actual for it in mid and long term. And these are the problems you'll have to solve as a designer, because they hire us to solve business problems. So there are several contexts at start. We are starting from seeking a proper product, a proper market, and a proper business model for it. And until we prove that it works, we have to pivot often. We have to change our product radically, and that means that we can think about guidelines and some hard things, because our goal here is to be fast, to be quick. Next, after we prove that we are successful, we should grow as fast as possible. As we should grow our user base, our profit, and that means that product gets features or distribution models. And after we are growing fast, we should think about user retention, because we can get into competitors, and we need to differentiate from them by becoming more customer-oriented, by expanding its feature list, or by optimizing product key features and usage scenarios, and strengthening your brand. And when we are big enough, we have a set of products, so we need to manage our product portfolio efficiently, and we need to try to launch improved products faster and easier, and make design activities easier overall. And if we are growing not sustainably, we'll be in a crisis, so we have to solve problems or gradually or radically. So it's always a choice for a company to set those priorities, and a company always have a set of priorities prioritize. And furthermore, if company have several products, different products can have sets of priorities, different sets of priorities. So it's a pretty crazy world for you if you work for a lot of products. So in one product you'll be try to ship it as quick as possible. In other product you'll have to build guidelines around it, and so on. So you should understand what are you working on, and you should understand what value UX can bring on every step of on every context. And I have several diagrams here showing what value can be brought. That's one from Elizabeth Hubert. It shows how can will be usable to business on every stage. Another one is from Human Factors International, and you can look at them later. I'll share my presentation. There are a lot of diagrams will be later, so I'll go further. It's okay for the speed or not? I wanted to put a Kalashnikov on my presentation to show how fast it is. I'm really sorry because I have so much information. I have to squeeze it into 30 minutes. So let's continue. Let's go on. Yeah, if you know the company Adaptive Paths, and I hope everybody knows it, they have a lot of workshops, a lot of conferences going around the world, and one of the most interesting is UX Intensive, and they have a design strategy workshop here, and they tell about team evolution, design team evolution here, and we follow this road. At the beginning, we solve design problems. Next, we're solving developers' problems. Next, we are solving users' problems. Next, we are solving business problems. And after we solve it all, we can ask business, do you need to solve this problem at all? Maybe you have to go to focus on something different. So we should try to go further on this list. And what's about your company? What is in it? You should check it, you should assess it before putting any effort into changing how design works in this company. And you can use this list of priorities, resources and process as a checklist and to build a portrait of that company. And because each company is different in the inside and a lot of the design goals are similar for those companies, if you put the same design goals onto different structures, you'll always have different outcomes. So the strategy for your company will always be different from another company. And that's I have some models showing how company and products evolve. One of them is from Skakadis, one of the most famous, it's organizational life cycle. Another one is from Jeffrey Moore, it's one of the most famous diagrams in IT, it's technology adoption life cycle. And another life cycle is from Jerry Spool, it all shows how technology evolves. And that's it for my intro. Now we're going to the main part of my presentation. That's why I have to be fast. I tried to get rid of a lot of details, but it's just the core. So let's go back to my diagram that shows, I'm sorry, I lost it, my diagram. If you remember it from the beginning, we start from chaos, where there is no UX design team, and even if we have designers in the company, they are disconnected, they don't work together to deliver good products, and that's pretty chaotic stage. And even there are no designers, somebody have to put UI controls on the screens, and somebody have to give them some visual style. And in early companies, it's often developers or managers or just somebody from the team who have basic design skills. And even if we try to hire some outsourcers or freelancers, nobody in the company knows how to work with design. Nobody knows what to expect from design. Nobody knows how to set tasks, how to approve design tasks, how to judge mockups, how to critique mockups and designs. And so it results in pretty mixed designs in the end. But this stage is really important because that's where a company gets its first experience in design, where it gets its first wounds, where it gets its first mistakes, and it's necessary to move forward to operational level. Well, when we are starting this systematic approach to design. And to do this, we need, at first, we need to want to change, and we also need a leader, somebody who will move the company through the whole company redesign process. So this man or woman can be hired from the outside, or he or she can grow from the inside, and he or she needs to show the company where the problems are in the products. And it often happens in the form of usability testing, because it's the most vivid way to show the company where how real users are having struggles with the real products. And I've seen a lot of companies, and almost half of them use this way to show the problems, and it means after we shown it to the company, we got a buy-in to change how design works, and this leader can move forward. And we also need some kind of basic design user research and analytics process. Next, as we get a leader, we need a team to do the job. So that's where we need to hire it, where we can acquire a company. It's popular now in USA and in our country too. You need a team, you need a process of assigning and approving tasks for them, you need a short-term and long-term planning for them. And you also need to set optimal workflows for typical tasks like project conception, like user research, wireframe, and so on. So you have to build yourself, your team into the whole production house. And you also need to choose optimal work tool set for deliverables like wireframes, mockups, guidelines, prototypes. You need tools to exchange documents and knowledge. You need tools to do planning and efficiency tracking. And you also on the stage, you also can involve outsourcers to your company, because now you know how to work with them, now you can set goals with them, now you can approve their work. And you also need a process of learning, training, and skill improvement for your team. And in the end, you have a tool to build a good design in your company. So you can go next to tactical level. In this level, it means that we are working efficiently with the rest of our production team. And to do this, we need to integrate with this team. We need to go deep into it. We need to we need to know more about those people. We need to be friends with them. So at first, we need to be friends with managers, because they have to share our values. They have to support us. They have to come to us not with solutions, but with problems for us to solve. And that's where we get authority, credibility, and trust. And we also need to get this from our colleagues in other departments, like developers, testers, managers, and so on. And they are starting to come to us not with bypassing managers altogether, just directly to us. And that simplifies the whole development process, because we are connected now with everybody in the team. And we also need a midterm and long-term planning, because your team needs to know what we will be doing in a year, and we need a quality assurance process that helps us to deliver great designs. And this process means that we do design implementation reviews, we do usability testing, we do checks that design solves business goals. And after we integrate it deeply in a team, we can work next into making our designs even better with design guidelines and principles. And the whole team needs to share them, not only designers, but as I said before, developers, managers, and the whole team. And to do guidelines, you have to wait for it, or you can try to make some guidelines out of your head, and then you are trying to apply them to real products. Or you can go another way. You can try to launch a product you like, launch a product that you like from the visual design standpoint, from interaction design, from information architecture, and it was tested with users. It shows that it has good metrics and KPIs, and so it just works. And it can be scaled onto the whole product portfolio. And then you are trying to make guidelines out of the products. And that was our way in our company, because it ensures that we are launching something working, not something fictional. And that's the place where I'm starting to describe those guidelines into forms of specifications or mockups. But as we found out, that's not enough, because they are static, they are somewhere else. And as we all know, developers didn't read guidelines, and designers also sometimes don't read guidelines. So we need to put design into the implementation. And our way was in making design frameworks. That means that we are bringing design into building blocks that developers are using every day. And it helps us to deliver products faster, it helps us to make them consistent across the whole portfolio, and it helps us to manage the vast number of projects we have, because we have only 12 people, and we have more than 100 projects, and that's the only way to manage them in a short period of time. And it works great, because, for example, you have have now a mobile framework. We have 15 products launched on this framework, and we changed one command section in the code base, and it's updated in every of 15 products, and it's getting much more easier for you to control the whole scope. And we also need design principles on top of it. That's a high-level commandment that helps us to choose design decisions between alternatives, because we always have a lot of alternatives in what we do in design. And that means that we are working in a maximum efficient way with product shipment, and we can go to a strategic level to try to have an influence on how product and business decisions are made. And to do this, we need to have knowledge transfer and knowledge base, because one of our greatest values for product managers is that we know a lot about how users work with our products, and they really need this information to improve products, to build, to move them forward, and that's what we have inside our teams. And we need to set up a knowledge base that helps us to exchange this information about companies' products, about ongoing competitors' analysis, about design and technology trends. This database should include analytics and user research data, and it should also include market and competitor research data and customer feedback. And we've been looking for a model for this knowledge base for a long time. And last year I've been to the presentation of Aaron Walter at UXLX conference, and he showed a database they've built in MailChimp company, and it was fantastic, because they've built a really great knowledge exchange process that helps everybody in the team to get value from what everybody in the team knows. So it helps us to share our knowledge to the whole team. And we also need KPIs to track product enhancement, and they have to be tied to business KPIs and goals. And we also need all that means that now product ideas are coming from the bottom up to managers, product managers, and that is happening in our company now, because we know a lot about some insights we've seen on user research, some insight we've seen in the market. We can help to bring those ideas to the top. And after we started to influence it, we can think about the next level when design is a market differentiator for the company, when it's a business driver. And it means that we need design culture in the company. It means that everybody on the team, including managers, developers, QA engineers, and so on, they all need to know how to design. We need to build a co-design culture in the company when everybody can improve design on their own level. And that means that we can try to get off our competitors to set up visual trends in the industry, to make them copy us, not for us to copy them. And that's how I see it in the end. That's the score of my model, and there are also a lot of other models you can look at. One of my favorites is from Jacob Nielsen. It's 8-step ladder also. Another one is from Liz Temkin of Forest Research. It's been copied very often. Another one is from Danish Design Office, and one more is from Stefan Kloczek, and one more is from Thomas Sharon. It's user research maturity model, and one more is from Macadamian Technologies, and that's one of the most detailed models, and one more is from Andrea Vassalari. It's an adaptive framework. But the sad thing is that there is no universal framework, no universal maturity model, because as I said before, every company is different, and when you try to put your design goals onto the existing company, you always have different outcomes. So you have to learn those models, you have to explore them. It was too fast to learn them now, but I'll share my presentation. You'll see them here, and you can examine them. And what I want to say in the end, because I have 1 minute left, the higher your company UX maturity level is, the better your products will be as a result, and it will be much easier to sustain this level of quality. And while a company can jump over levels of UX maturity, it's likely to result in a short-term success that's hard to maintain. So try to strive for long-term goals, and you can change just the design process, because you are the part of a large product development cycle, and you should influence other processes too. So that's basically it. I hope you are not so tired to have some questions. Thank you.